This video is going to be a bit more serious tone, simply because it's something I want to talk about that has plagued the Warhammer community for a while now. And it's about, like, gatekeeping, representation, it being for everyone, not and everyone, and how people, like, the bigots and the racists and the homophobes and all the arch Warhammer fans, or formerly arch Warhammer, now just arch because he's a fucking loser, treat people, or, like, minorities and people in this fandom, and how it needs to really change. So yeah, it's not going to be very well plotted out. It's just going to be off the top, so it's going to be a bit rambly, but hey, let's get into it. Okay, so let's just start off with gatekeeping. Gatekeeping is cringe. Gatekeepers think they're a lot cooler than they are. They're not. They're cringe, they're stupid, and it doesn't work. And it's just everyone who's a gatekeeper is, more often than not, a racist, a homophobe, a transphobe, a bigot, a misogynist, any of that. And of course they think it's some, like, honored virtue thing to just, get mad at people who want female space marines, rah. And calling people a tourist and everything. It's funny because they'll call people a tourist. You check their Twitter page, you don't see a damn post about Warhammer. You check the person they're calling a tourist, their whole page is dedicated to Warhammer. So it's just very telling about the type of people that are consider themselves gatekeepers. And they have this cringe-ass fucking tagline where it's like, oh, suffer not the activist, the progressive, or the unclean, because it's stupid. And they use a picture of Malum Kaido for it from Bolt Gun. And I guarantee you, if I check their Steam page, 0 hours of Bolt Gun, okay? It's just so cringe. And it's always under posts of, like, there's this one artist on Twitter, his name is Cerberus. He's a big, I don't know if he's necessarily LGBTA, but he's big, like, ally. He paints he paints a bunch of minis in the themes of, like, pride flags and all that, and he'll do, like, rainbow colored on, like, the wings of a Cerberus or whatever, or of a cherub or whatever. And of course, every single time, the homophobes come out in droves, just to, like, I guess, quote unquote, own the libs. And it's absolutely atrocious. And Warhammer themselves said that Warhammer is for everyone. However, we do not accept hate in our community. We are virtually against it. And the defense that these people have, these people are coming in trying to change the hobby. No, they're not. No, they're not. Like, female Space Marines doesn't change the hobby. Like, it's literally a redundant thing. You can want it or not want it. It doesn't matter. Because you know what the difference between a female Space Marine and a male Space Marine will be? A head on a model. Now, once again, as I said, I don't think we need female Space Marines. I think Sisters of Battle fill the role of a strong female character, and it's just kind of a whatever thing. Now, some people have said, well, there were female Space Marines before. I'm like, yeah, but once again, it's not a big deal, but it's also in the same sense where it's not a big deal if people want female Space Marines. And once again, the difference between a female Space Marine is the difference between a female Grizzly Bear and a male Grizzly Bear. It's still gonna maul you. It's still gonna... Only the professionals are gonna know the difference, you know? Like... And then whenever, and obviously every single one of these dudes is a transphobe, so if a trans person paints on Twitter and says, hey, I painted my Tyranids in the trans colors, they'll always be like, oh, you'll never be a man, or you'll never be a woman, and it's so fucking cringe, man. Like, I love Warhammer, and Warhammer is for everyone, but it's the phobia within this fucking fandom. It's like, really, you think in a galaxy of a billion worlds, there aren't girls kissing or dudes touching butts? Like, come on, brother. And it's always like, you're getting mad under a model painting post. You're the one getting mad. No one's trying to change the hobby. Okay? Of course, oh my god, I saw some dude trying to say, some dude said, like, oh yeah, well, the Emperor isn't a good person. We know that. No one's trying to change that. And I said, no, the Emperor is these people always think the Imperiums are the good guys, too. It's like, no, the Emperor had to start the Great Crusade because there's no peaceful alien species. My brother in Christ, the Great Crusade was to kill all the alien species. Who do you think was the aggressor here? I mean, Arch Warhammer was a plague on the Warhammer community, and I don't know if it'll ever fully recover. Which is a shame. Because even GW literally told Arch Warhammer to fuck right off. I'm so upset. The fire, it burns. Yeah. What else? What else can I talk about this? Oh yeah, it's always like they always try to say that, oh, it's for everyone, not or anyone, not everyone. I'm like, bro, GW disagrees with you, and then they always try to say, oh, you're a corporate shill. My brother in Christ, they own the company. There's a reason why they ban certain people from their events. Like, these are the people that are on the same side of people who dress up as Nazis and go to GW events. Like, and they're trying to say that they're the good guy. Now, I'm not saying that everyone who disagrees with me is a Nazi, but I'm just saying, you pick a side, and you pick a side on your own. And sometimes you pick a very certain side with some very certain individuals. Yeah, gatekeeping is cringe. Representation matters. And it's always like, they want Warhammer to be big and popular so they can keep making their funny minis and getting models and all that. But then they'll try to, like, exclude a large, like, fan base from within the fandom. Like, from a financial standpoint, it makes no sense. And they'll always try to say, oh, you've never read a book, you know? Like, my brother, I've listened to so many books, man. You know, ugh. So hard to, like, organize my thoughts, because it's just so cringe, man. Oh, I'm dead. Uh-oh. This is going awfully. Uh-oh. Oh, it's so Jover. That's what I get for being upset and playing the game. I'm gonna just say no. Oh, the bot's up. Nice. See if I can get to my friend Ogryn here. Ah. Yeah, this guy was having a temper tantrum. Oh, this is suboptimal. Oh my god, I'm getting minced. I was getting pinned against the thing. Unlucky. Jeez. Where was I? Oh, gatekeeping is cringe. Homophobes, racists, transphobes. Oh, yeah, and once again, the whole being a transphobe and being a Warhammer fan is just so insane to me. The whole plot is based off of transhumanism. Like, it's like, oh, this guy can be genetically modified into a 10-foot tall super warrior, but a guy can't become a girl because he feels more like a girl? I don't understand. Or she. My bad. Or like, oh, this thing can be a robot and refer to as they, them because they're a robot now and speak in binary code. But person can't transition? Like, come on, brother. Make it make sense. Like, hold the values to which you hold into 40k, I guess. Or I guess don't, because it's bad. Or I guess they do, and that's why they're racist, homophobic, and transphobic, I guess. Not that the Warhammer setting is any of that, really. Well, xenophobic, yes. Homophobic, transphobic? Absolutely not. Yeah. It's just, ugh, so silly. But yeah, representation matters. Reputation is good for Warhammer. It's good for the fans, good for everybody. Because guarantee you, the people who don't get upset about transphobe, or about trans people in the fan base are a lot more fun to play with than the people that do. You know those people are gonna fucking have a stick up their ass while playing. Like, oh my god, don't even get me started at the tourist insult. Like, oh, you're a tourist. You're a tourist. Oh, 40k tourist. What does that mean? What does that mean? Just because you might be in the fan base slightly longer than I am, does that not mean that I do not know just as much as you do? 'Cause, look, bro, I'm telling you. 40k isn't exactly, like, the hardest thing to figure out here, okay? Like, it's pretty straightforward. Now, there's a lot of lore, but the lore is pretty straightforward. Ugh. It's so frustrating seeing those people, because at least they're the minority. Because most people either don't give a shit or are supporters, you know. But God, they are a vocal and annoying minority, because it's just like they're harassers. That's all they do. They find LGBTQ and like stuff posts and just say like, oh, and just go harass. They'll post that stupid "suffer not the tourist" shit, which is ultra cringe, like cringe magnum. And it's just like, oh, they think they're cool, and then once again, you never see them post about Warhammer. Like, I was on Instagram the other day, and I made a comment on just unrelated post where I was like, oh yeah, I think, it's just like a basic thing, like, I think that we should feed kids food if they're hungry for free. And then someone was like, oh my god, not one of these people, because my name on Instagram is repressed homosexual, but everyone reads this as homo. The joke is that I want to bang my friends. That's the joke, not necessarily the truth. But and of course, these people are in Warhammer. Man, why can't you just stay out of my hobby, bro? I paint better than you, I promise. I've been around here probably longer than you have, brother. I've been somewhat into Warhammer since I was 8, and I got really into Warhammer in high school. Like the lore and stuff, and then I got into painting once I had a job. Like, I was always a fan of Warhammer, but I didn't have any time to paint. But then COVID rolled around. I was like, well, I got nothing better to do. Let me paint up some minis, and now I have 3 armies, and I'm planning on starting a 4th, so here we are. Although I have to finish my Tyranids and Ultramarines, but we all have our unpainted minis, okay? It's all our burden to bear is the unpainted minis staring at us. Please, Father, paint me. I figured out what paint color I'm gonna go for my Tyranids. I'm gonna do a dark blue for the chitin and a light icy blue for the flesh. It's gonna look sick. At least I hope. It's gonna be like a dark blue, like borderline black. Oh. Ugh. But yeah, I love Cerberus paints. If you ever look him up, well, let me find his Twitter handle. Cerberus. Okay, this is not... Oh, found him. He's a really good painter. He's a French mini painter. Oh, France? L. I kid. But yeah, he's so fucking good at painting. It's insane. Like, these people, I think they're just jealous of how good of a painter he is. But yeah, the next person to comment Slanesh cult under an LGBTQ Warhammer post, I'm gonna skin them alive. Or any chaos cult, after all. Because we all know the Emperor loves men. The joke is that the Emperor had a bunch of male friends and men. Relax, liberal. It's dark humor. I just separated that guy from his lower half. Like, if I was the CEO of Warhammer, I would release a Pride. Like, you know how they have that Christmas, Christmas calendars? Or, I guess technically it's a calendar. I would do something same for Pride just to make people angry. And I think the idea of, like, oh, like, you don't want to alienate your fan base, but I think it's okay to alienate your fan base if they're homophobic, transphobic, phobic, racist, you know. Like separate, if you can just, honestly, if GW managed to alienate all of Arch Warhammer's fans and all of those clones of his, it'd be better off for them. And of course people say, oh, so Warhammer's for everyone, but not everyone I don't like. Well, no, that's not true. Everyone that is hateful for no reason is not approved of in the fandom by GW themselves, so there you go. So, there you go. Ah, mine. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, some stuff got data mined for the next update. It's gonna be some new weapons. That bolter and plasma gun are getting heavy and light variants. Unfortunately, it's not actually a heavy bolter, so it's not the big. Not an actual heavy bolter, a heavy variant of the bolter. So then there was the heavy and light variant of the plasma gun, a two-handed chain axe, some eviscerator variants. I hope we get one that's more like sweeping and less single targeted. And then there was a potential two-handed force sword for the Psyker, which I'm really excited for. I love two-handed weapons. Unfortunately, no new weapon for the Ogryn, melee that is, but we are getting a rumbler that doesn't explode, essentially. Or a kickback that fires a giant slug, essentially. Which is going to be fun to use, for sure. Oh yeah, a variant of the latrine shovel, I guess, but no new weapons for the Ogryn. Which is a shame, because I really want a two-handed weapon for the Ogryn and then a power fist. But I've said that 1,000 times, and I'll say it 1,000 times more. Oh, and one I'm really excited for, and I've asked for a while, is the Long Las. I literally just healed 2 HP, by the way. So true, Bog, so true. Oh, and some new staves for the, some new staffs for the Psyker, but I didn't see what those were. I think one was like a shield one, which is interesting. That'll probably pair well with the, two-handed force sword. Oh. Come here, bastard. But yeah, I'm really excited for the Long Las. I've wanted that for a while, but I hope it has a scope. If it doesn't have a scope, I'll be a little sad. Even, I don't really need it to be like a super zoom scope, but as long as it's like I'm actually looking down a scope, you know? Yeah, I'm really excited for the slug thrower for the Ogryn. From what I understand and what I read, it's just essentially like a kickback with a slug, or like the rumbler just minus the explosion part, and stronger, obviously. Bad Tox Flamer. It's a bleed. I love calling it a rot bag. Rot bag is such a cooler name than Chaos Spawn, especially for Nurgle. Someone changed their name on my Steam, and I don't know who they are. Invictor the Destroyer, who are you? No, I'm being snacked on. I'm not tasty. Can someone shoot this thing? You know what? We'll take it as worth, because we killed the... Does this thing not have a head? Oh, I just don't get to grab the ledge. That's my bad. I didn't realize there was a ledge there. Oh, this is the Headhunter auto gun. I was wondering what this is. It's so rare that I see this gun because it's kind of shit. The Headhunters all need a buff. Well, except the heavy one. The heavy one's okay, but the light and the medium need a buff for sure. Think an ammo count buff, a headshot multiplier. That'd be dope. Like, why don't the Headhunter guns have a headshot multiplier more than like the last gun? You know? Like, make it do like 1.5 more than what it currently does. I don't think that'd be too strong, right? There's shit like the Thunderhammer, you know? Ouch. Oh. Oh my gosh. It's rainy like a motherfucker, and there's an earthquake. California classic on earthquake. It's a really good spot for the Psyker's flamethrower. They're all funneled, just running into it. It's beautiful. Wow, that was a long range hit. Nice. I think the flamer's still alive, no? No, it just died funny. Oh, I like... Ouch. Oh. Did I mention I was gonna put beakies on my Stern Guard veterans? I wanted to order beakies. And put them on my Stern Guard, because haha, funny Malam Kaido moment. I love Malam Kaido, he's so cool. I really wish Malam Kaido got its own mini, but I guess he is just a Stern Guard veteran. He's not like a super unique. I don't think he's super unique. Let me look up let me look up Malam Kaido. Malam Kaido. Okay, I kind of know what he looks like. And then let me just look up a Stern Guard veteran. Oh yeah, he's just... What's the difference here? Not much of a difference, other than like he's got the inquisitorial symbol, I think. No, not much difference at all. He's just got some more purity seals and the wreath. Oh, is it going to shit? Is it Joven? Luckily, I think it's only the dogs up and the flamer's about to die, so I think we're good. Please shove. Oh. Oh, it's all going to shit now, brothers. All the dogs are gone. Zealot's doing okay. Look, here's the thing about Darktide. If the Zealot is still up, it is winnable. If Zealot is up, that means it's winnable. Zealot is an insane class. Oh, that thing was stuck in the wall. Like, Zealot has more comeback potential than the Ogryn, just simply because of who they are. This is the heavy or the light? I think this is the medium variant. Not the heavy, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Is 1, 2, 3 light or is it medium? It's kind of hard to see the color. Huge brain burst.
Nobody turns. Nobody.
I'll meet recharging before it's of use. Rangers gone! We should pray for guidance, unless anyone has a map.
I recommend you follow the pipes.
Oh, didn't want to dodge back. Fuck. Excuse me, could you not? Alright. Yeah, I pretty much wrapped up my thoughts on that whole situation. Just representation matters, don't be a chud. And tourism is the stupidest thing you can call someone. Just knock over the bulwark. I guess it's the Bulgrin, technically. Right? It's got a shield. And the Bulgrin minis have the slap shield, right? I think. Do they? I guess some of them do. I know some of them do. I don't know if all Bulgrins have slap shield. I know Nork Deadog does. I hope we get new Ogryn models soon. I'd buy an Ogryn model in Kit Bastion to be a Bog. Because the old, I don't really want to now because the old Ogryn models are kind of ugly. I could probably do if I get an Orc Commando box, carve out one of their hats, put it on an Ogryn, get some green stuff to be a beard. I could do it. Just bump them. I wonder if headshots count as for charmed bullet reloads. I don't think so. I've been firing for so long.
Ammo time.
Ammo time. Oh, I thought he said you taking a piss, but he's saying you taking a pick. I'll take that. Alrighty. You know what's weird? I don't know if this is weird, but whenever it rains, I have the intense desire to have a milkshake. Is that crazy? Is that a crazy person thing? That might be a crazy person. That sounds like a crazy person thing. And coffee. A coffee milkshake is ideal. It's actually kind of a useful barrel I use to get myself past all the Ogryns. What a beautiful noise. Ouch. Excuse you. I'll trade with you all day, Rager. Except when I don't want to. Okay. Get up, Fenris. The wolves are coming. Ironic that the Fenris guy is named Fenris and the wolves are coming. Wolves of Fenris? Smile. This is a crazy ass spot. Ouch. Thank you. Nice. Got him. True. Don't be talking rubbish. Ain't no one be thinking. Respectfully, that's my kill. Alrighty. Do you want to make something of it? Look at you, puny. Okay? I'll crush you. You know, for high intensity, the hunting, I haven't felt super high intensity. It's been like, obviously, with the one with all the crushers felt bad, but other than that, it's felt like normal damnation. Maybe I'm crazy, though. Also, my team's kind of crazy, so. Crazy. That was crazy once. They locked me in a room full of rats. Fuck, what's the high elf guy name in fantasy? The guy who got cheated on by his enemy. The guy that kind of sort of helped end the world. Something with an M, right? It's not Malkador, because that's not. Ow. Nice. Help the Psyker out with a little bit of damage. True. I mean, that's just anything Nurgle's nasty. Schnasty. Schnasty, snasty. Why can't he be like the god of, like, flowers and nice smells, you know? Although some people would say the smell of mold is very sweet, right? Although I don't know if necessarily means it's nice. Sweet doesn't always mean nice, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go get coherency with my good friends. I'm getting you, Fenris. I'm getting you, lad. So true. What was that voice the Psyker just put on? He's like, no more, mama. Now it's starting to feel a little high intensity with all the trappers and stuff. Come on, you Rance. What are you gonna do now that I'm up and close, eh? Those bullets ain't gonna save you now, Rance. Come on. Stay with the Psyker. This is my puny. This is my puny, and he is mine. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Yeah, I'll take it. The Zealot's fine. Die, stupid bitch. Alright, we're good. I like how Bog says pathogen. He says pathogen. He's sounding it out, and he's so smart, and I love him. Oh, those guys just appeared. Frames are so bad right here. Really need to deal with this Crusher. I cannot bloody move. I cannot bloody see. My frames are going to shit. Alright, we're good. So true. Oh, nice. I killed one. Slice him in the back. That was strange. You know, our Zealot is a little healthy, I think. A little healthier than normal. Hit the dog with the box. The lighting here is so fucked. I don't know what happened to it. Or maybe it's always been like this. I mean, that makes sense. There's a big giant tower there. Just, I don't remember it being this dark here. Maybe I'm misremembering. R.I.P. Crimson. Surprised he didn't have his passive up. Maybe it got used in the last altercation when he got pinned by a dog or something and couldn't. Oh, hello, gentlemen. You know what? I'm just gonna get in here with the soup, meat and the potatoes. I'm really excited for the feet overhaul as well. It's not the sniper, but we'll take it. I love this 50 caliber rifle. 50 caliber heavy bolt fed stubber. Also, here's to slightly go back to the previous conversation. There's always this thing about fantasy racism, which is like some people say it's bad. I think it's not. Well, obviously racism bad, but I think for a story setting it's fine. Just like, but I think since apparently Baldur's Gate, if you play as a tiefling, you get hella discriminated, which is interesting to say the least. I don't necessarily think that's necessarily a bad thing, but it's definitely a curated experience, and I think you should be. Apparently, there's no warning for that, and I think that is something you should be warned about. If you're gonna lock in tiefling, people will discriminate against your character. You know, like fantasy racism is fine, but like if you're making a character like a game like Baldur's Gate, and you don't let your players know that hey, some characters are gonna be like experience some heavy racism. You know, like elves hating. Like dwarves hating elves and elves hating dwarves, that's all fine dandy, that's funny. You know, knife-eared leaf lovers, you know, yada yada. Oh, I also saw that type of gatekeeping community in the DRG community of all things, like, my brother in Christ, you are a leaf lover by the of the upteenth degree, because DRG themselves. Oh, I thought I could juke that. We posted some gay bug, loot bug, painted in rainbow gay. Oh, I wanted to get the Medicaid off before I wouldn't be able to anymore. But yeah, like fantasy racism when it comes to like elves hating dwarves and vice versa, and orcs being like whatever. Like it's fine, but don't have it be curated towards like your harder to say this. There's ways to move it as like a thing, because obviously racism and xenophobia is a big motivator for the 40k universe. Nice, they killed that bulwark. But it's never like, it's always in like the sort of the third person, if you will. Like fantasy racism is fine, but like if you're gonna be if it's a playable character that's like gonna get discriminated against like a hell of a lot, you know, let players know what they're in for. Especially in games like Baldur's Gate. Like even Detroit Become Human is like has like a lot of that because David Cage is a madman. But obviously, like you go into Detroit Become Human knowing what type of vibe it's gonna be. You don't know if you pick a tiefling you're gonna get discriminated against if you don't You know, because obviously most Dungeons and Dragons tables, I'd say, wouldn't include stuff like that. You know, just simply because it's too much. But also, if someone says they don't like fantasy racism, that's fine. I don't understand why people like attack those people. Like, okay, did they all spawn?
Stay close,
Strange.
kindred. Step not from the path of the God Emperor.
The Emperor's not been this way for a long while, priest.
That's borderline heretical. I'll let Federers get that. No, I didn't. Ah, just fell short. Got him. I personally think fantasy racism is hilarious. As long as it's not, like, discriminatory. Like, fantasy racism is fine as long as it's not, like... Also, yeah, there was no Poxburster sound. Like, if elves started lynching dwarves, then it'd be a thing, but dwarves and elves hating each other because dwarves are mean. It's funny. Obviously, in 40k, it's a little more extreme, and I'm prepared for that, but one must prepare your audience for what you're about to do. Also, I heard this is unrelated, but I heard a funny thing on the Adeptus Ridiculous podcast, because it was like, oh yeah, the last gun is great at killing at 99% of aliens in the universe. Congrats, you're left with the 1%. The Adeptus Ridiculous podcast is featuring Bricky and his good friend, it's not Temeki. Holy shit, I feel bad. DK, Diamantes. Holy shit. I don't know why I couldn't get that name. Who I believe is also a VTuber? The artist I got my icon commission and my emotes is a VTuber. I love VTubers. Ammunition? Sorry, what were you gonna say? Oh, you good? Don't think he's okay. I hit it. Oh, it's fine. Ow. No, I'm being punched. That guy seemed very upset. Cadian moment. I love killing mundane things with the boxes. It's so funny to me. Can I open that from here? Nope. Little bastard tried to pull me up there. Oh shit. Bet I need you to be killing these so I can get ammo back. I think some of these might be actual dogs. There we are. Oh wow, I actually got 2 grenades back from that. I don't think I grabbed any. I mean, I could be wrong, I'm just misremembering. My memory's not the greatest. Especially if I'm not really, like, zoned in, you know what I'm saying?
Darkness out in the wastes. What is the cause?
Never you mind. It ain't good to be asking.
That's a new voice line. Darkness out in the wastes?
The sum of your parts
That's
is
new.
greater than individual. In other words, group up.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least done. Oh, why is that song in my head? That's not true. It's only slightly true. It's only true when a European voices their stupid, dumb European opinion.
Honey pies rely on their prey being scared and undisciplined. Show them we're not.
It is now time to deploy
Is that referencing the modifier?
position until they are finished.
If it is, that's a dope-ass voice line, but it probably should have started at the start of the match. But hey, I won't complain, right? Excuse you. I'm trying to do something. Come on, Rance. I'll take you on. What's that voice? Come on, Rance. I'll take you on. Ouch. Don't slam. Damn it. No, you're not. No, you're not. Bad shotgunners. Bad. Bad shotgunner, no shotgunning. Ooh. Off the ledge as you go. Alrighty, let me slide around here. I'm getting all these hit markers because they took forever to fall. Damn, it's deep down there. Auspex still sounds like a pigeon, and I love it. Ooh. Sustenance for your weaponry. That's a weird way to say ammo. I like it. I'm gonna use it more often. I need sustenance for my weaponry. Me loading a musket to shoot my rival lawyer in 1812. I don't know if that's when John Adams... Was it John... Wait. Who shot Alexander Hamilton? Was it John Adams? That's not right. That feels wrong.
Process failure. Reapply.
Up.
This time,
Up.
pay more attention.
I got you, Grimsy. Ain't letting no mutant bully you. I heard another mutant spawn. Hey, was this always here this late? I'm sure it was. Bad. Bad netter. Bad trapper. Oh. Down. Fuck. Maybe I could have got under here.
Cover the Ogryn! Under fire! Reloading!
They're coming in.
Oh no, I was so close to getting it. Fuck. Literally 1 millimeter. Good killing, boss. Alrighty. I'm recording, right? Yes, very good. Long video today.
Commencing final iteration.
Above? Yes.
Data interrogation imminent.
Nice.
Kill it! Before he closes! Ammo! Quickly!
Thank you.
Get it, Lorry! Get ready!
I've been struck by holy fervor in the frying pan to the head. Getting the most absolute most out of this gun before I reload it. Alright.
Can you not even manage a simple task? Try again.
Come on, you rats. Got to deal with me now. Okay. Oh, whoops. Hopefully I don't get grabbed. Leave my pal alone.
Pathogen destroyed. Report Atoma a modest reprieve.
Nice.
Successful. Very well. I will authorize extraction.
She sounds very doubtful. Got him. Alright. There we are. I don't know if you heard I was hitting the E button. Nice. Somewhat a more serious tone video, but we chilled out in the latter half. I can't wait to see the comments on this one. Well, if you made it this far in the video, holy moly, this is a long one. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, or don't. I'm not your mother, but you better brush your teeth. Have a good one.